And we're back with some more oxygen not included. And our little narco dupes here are, well, we've got a lot of things to do today on the agenda. One, we got to cap off that cool steam vent. I think there is not so cool and it's starting to heat that area up. We would like to cap that off before it starts causing problems with heat. We've actually got two other vents around here as well. We've got one over here, and we've got another one down here. I can't wait to take those out and see what they are. Now, there is a way with priorities where we could find out what they are by emergency prioritizing them, but no. That's no fun. We have to go down and find out. Otherwise, there's no mystery. I like to wait to try and figure it out. Now, we also need to set ourselves up a research room over here. There's actually a new research room they've added. We'll come around to that one. We've also got to put in a water tank over here. We've got to build in a carbon skimmer to get rid of all of that CO2. And we got to put in some air vents around here. This place is not very well oxygenated, and all that carbon dioxide is going to get stuck up here. This carbon dioxide coming out of the coal generator. We put that coal generator there, so all the carbon dioxide had filled up this food pit. This is going to be our food storage pit, and food lasts longer in CO2, so, just knocking out all the usual basics. Give me 1 second here. That's more like it. That will allow the CO2 to flow out of that area. At the same time, we're going to move this oxygen diffuser. We're going to turn this area into a research lab. It is a new building added since I last played, and it's a laboratory efficiency bonus. I don't know exactly how much efficiency it adds, but you need 2 science buildings and a light source, both of which can be easily obtained. You can move over there. I will put across the little battery. You can be deconstructed. We're going to have to put in some doors to seal this area in. We're also going to need a supercomputer. We'll put you right there. And then it has to be in a room, so a couple of doors. Done. I maybe should leave more space, but we'll find out. All right, let's let the dupes have a little bit of a nap. Oh, well, snack and a nap. Oh, we still haven't made any food. We have not put down any farms yet. I keep forgetting that I'm not really the farm person. I'm like, oh, you know what? We'll get around to the farming in a minute. And usually it's like 20 cycles in and I'm like, oh, wow, we're running out of food. I just automatically assume Muckroot is going to take care of all of our problems. Research-wise, we have just knocked out pressure management, which puts us here. We need that because we're getting onto carbon skimmers. We're also going to need to get smart batteries, so that means we're going to need a little bit of automation as well. And we'll soon have that advanced laboratory online. I think that's most of what we need for now. So yeah, we'll get automation now, then we'll get carbon skimmers, then we'll get smart battery tech. Shh. Having a little nap. Oh, wait, no, they're back up. Yep, they remembered what they were doing again. I think that narcolepsy thing is going to start to get more and more entertaining the larger the space gets and the more uncoordinated it becomes. Okay, I should probably expand out that bedroom now that we've got a bit of time. Well, that was... I keep forgetting how stupendously quick they are at researching this early on. We still don't even have that advanced laboratory up and running. Is there anything we can research while we're waiting that doesn't require the advanced lab? You know what? We'll just get started. We'll only be able to do the simple research on this, but at least that will knock it out of the way, and hopefully the supercomputer will be done shortly. We're also going to finish off these bedrooms here, so we just have a little bit of expansion room. We'll be due another duplicant shortly. Missing research station. Yeah, we know. We'll get around to it in a second. The dupes are doing their best. This should be now a research room. We've got 2 research buildings and a light source. Laboratory efficiency bonus. What is the bonus? Here it is. So, the only way to figure out what's going on is to click on the duplicant themselves. They have a lit workspace, which is plus 15% from the light bonus, and a lab workspace, which is plus 10% speed from the room actually being a lab. Right, so the laboratory gives a 10% bonus to science research. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. I was expecting it to do almost nothing, to be honest. Alright, that's the laboratory done. That is all of that section done. Batteries are looking pretty good. What level is it set to? 5%. We'll fill that up again. CO2-wise, our little CO2 pit is probably going to need another dose of coal to keep that going. Oh, and we can turn this water cooler off. I don't think we need it. It's not really worth the effort, to be honest. Alright, so with that gone, time to put in a little bit of a water tank. I want the water tank in here so we can sort of consolidate all of these water pockets we've got around the place, and it frees up all of this area for expansion. So we're going to need something suitably large. That looks like a solid start. Now, that does leave us a few problems. Oh, we do have to start assigning out skills to people. All right, then. First up, we've got Boydra. You're going to be going into advanced research. There's no other choice on that one. And you'll get your little advanced research hat. Grumpy Bear. I'm thinking straight into hard digging. Once they get hard digging, they can then dig through most of the granite and stuff we've got lying around the place, the igneous rock. It'll just make getting around the place that much simpler. As for Jacques. Don't think we need to actually assign out anything just yet. They can just stay where they are. And Uzao? Yeah, you know what? Nope, no need to assign anything out. I'm almost tempted to put some stuff into construction, but I kind of want to leave these options open for now. Someone's going to have to become a cook. We might not find anyone too soon, so I want to leave a few options available. And it's not like those any of the things we could pick right now would give us huge advantages. Grumpy Bear is making me a little bit nervous there. I feel like they're going to dig themselves all the way out here, and then they're going to start chopping down the walls behind them. No, it's fine. They're going for a snack. It's okay. It's okay. Right, food-wise, we're still good. Algae-wise, we've still got about 4 tons of the stuff, and we've got plenty more to dig out, so we're still okay-ish on that front. There's plenty more over there. Though, it's been a while, but I'm definitely getting more nervous about algae than maybe I should be, but I would like to get up some sort of self-powered auction maker sooner rather than later, and we've already got a stone hatchling egg. That's going to make bringing out hatches much simpler. How is our research looking at the moment? Has anyone actually finished it up? Nope. But soon we will have smart batteries. More research complete. Because of course there are. Okay, smart batteries done. I think it's time to get the carbon skimmers up and running. Yep, there they are. So that gives us carbon skimmers. It gives us the automation. It gives us the smart batteries. That'll pretty much solve CO2 for us. So, alright, once this is finished, or once this water tank is finished, we're going to come down here and build ourselves a CO2 destruction area. I might go down just one more level. I'll have to do some fiddling with this water to get out of the way, but I think I would prefer it just that little bit lower. The reason I want to go down just that little bit lower is it leaves us more space. More space we've got, the better. We're going to have to sort of push this water out of the way, but a little bit of diagonal building should help out with that. Oh, this is going to take a while. The reason this is going to take so long down here, though, is the sheer quantity of CO2. Might want to place a little bit of oxygen production a bit closer. Perfect. There was no accidental misplacement of power wires there whatsoever. Okay, that should get us sorted on that front. And then, see how much space we need to fit this in. I want to put in 2 power generators, 1 water sieve. Did I forget the water sieve? I probably forgot the water sieve, didn't I? Yep, totally forgot the water sieve over there. All right. So, we're almost good to go, but yeah, well, by the time we've got all this carved out, we'll have the water sieve we need. Great. I forgot about the duplicant. Alright, what do we got? Fertilizer. Always fun. And then we've got... Oh, actually, wait. Is anyone... No narcoleptic. So we're just going to re-roll until we get narcoleptics. Again, running a mod so I can do this just so that I can only go for narcoleptics. We have to pick the first narcoleptic we get. Or not. Let's see. Innately stylish. A decorating machiner. Yeah, why not? We need somebody who's going to be a machinist, and they're pretty much dedicated. They can be our artist, and they can be a dedicated machinist simultaneously. Please welcome Raite to the team. Yeah, I probably got that one wrong as well. I swear, I look these things up, but it's so hard to find decent pronunciations for some of the names. Occasionally I do feel like people are just trolling me, and they're like, okay, there's nothing on the internet about this combination of letters. Let's just chuck that up as a picture name. It'll be fine. He'll never figure it out. And they're right. I never figure it out. Hey. It's fine, it's fine. We're gonna dig this out. We're gonna put in power, water recycling, and carbon skimmer. It'll be quick and easy. Quick and easy. Oh, and Raite here. We've set up their priorities so that they will prioritize decorating and operating. In fact, no one else need do decorating from now on. So we'll set everyone else to never ever touch that. You only ever need one artist. Then they're going to prioritize building and digging after that, then everything else. We've already got Jacques. Jacques is going to take care of all of the dog's body type stuff. And that leaves Uzo specialized in building, Grumpy specialized in digging, Boyja specialized in science. And yeah, okay, well, we'll see about them getting into mechatronics engineering. There might be some changes later on down the line, but for now, this seems just like the most efficient way of doing it. And yeah, Grumpy Bear's having a nap. Hey, they got star sparkle spreaking thing going on. And perfect. We're going to diagonal build. This diagonal build was going to allow us to push this water out of here, which should make our lives just that little bit simpler. In fact, we're going to make that priority 6 for all of these so that they try and do this diagonal building first. And we don't... Nice. In fact, let's just wall all of this in on the presumption that that's what we're going to do. Done. Then what we can do is continue this on over here, delete that block, and we can eventually push all the water out. So, a couple of things. There's some dupes standing around doing nothing, which means I stopped researching. So I've queued up the water sieve. We're going to need that. Dude, the water in here seems to be getting, well, it seems to be pushing up a lot. Might want to just not push any more water out here, or that's going to start overflowing. Maybe it's time to... Ooh, we need to make a little bit more space in here. There, they'll be fine. We'll dig out a few tiles. Yeah, actually, I don't want them going near those. Cancel these just for the moment. Once they've built this in, we can make a few changes to stop them being able to get in here anymore, and then, it's never as simple as it looks, does it? And finally, we've kind of sealed this area off. I'm leaving this 2 tiles thick because there's a lot of water in there. And we'll solve the rest of it later. Now, you maybe put a ladder right there. We're going to strip this out. And now we got to put in power supply, carbon skimmer, the whole 9 yards to make sure that we're sustainable on at least the carbon dioxide and power front for a while. Well, we got 5 tons of coal, about 5 tons of algae, and only 1,500 calories. I need to make a farm, don't I? Yeah, I keep leaving that too long. I mean, we do have definitely plenty of muckroot, but we're running 5 dupes, and I'm probably going to keep adding them. So maybe a quick farm before that goes in. We're still waiting on one piece of tech anyway. Yeah, one right here should be just about grand. Right there is good. And advanced research complete. I think that is everything we need. Yep, that should be it. Of course, I've probably forgotten something, but yeah, there's Uzo. Hey, you woke up again. Good for you. Down here, we will deconstruct this. And let's see. No, food first. Food first, then we take care of the carbon skimming problem. That is 15 planter pots. 5 mealwood should support 1 duplicant. So once we plant that, copy, paste. Hey, give me a copy. That's enough to support 3 duplicants. However, that's all we can support with them. We only have 15 seeds. Well, 0 now, but we have 15 seeds. That will mean all 15 of those will run, which means 3 of our duplicants we'll be able to feed, and the 2 we'll have to just get from muckroot and stuff like that to tide us over. It's going to stretch our food supplies a little bit. Oh, one question that always comes up: why do I use planter boxes? Why don't I just use, where is it, farm tiles? These ones here that actually build into the ground. I don't want to do that just yet, because at some point I'm probably going to rip out those tiles and replace them with hydroponics or something along those lines. So I figure replacing them now is just more time consuming and more wasteful. I'd rather just have the planter boxes there. They're quicker, faster to build, cheaper, easier to do. You could use farm tiles if you want. It would definitely look neater, but I'm not really worried about neatness just yet. It's not really high on my list of agenda priorities. It usually never is, actually. Alright. With that done, time to finally do the thing I've been meaning to get around to for this whole episode so far. Wait. Smart battery. For a smart battery, we need refinement, we need a rock crusher, and we are going to need to smash up some metals so that we have some refined metals to work with. So we're going to need a rock crusher down there. And then it comes down to oxygen. We want a carbon skimmer. I'm going to place the carbon skimmer right here. This ladder will be going down through here, so this sort of area here is temporary with this ladder. We'll eventually move all that water out of the way. So we got our carbon skimmer right there. Then to go with it, we're going to get in the water sieve. This is going to suck in carbon dioxide, spit out polluted water, and, well, it's going to suck in carbon dioxide and a little bit of water, and it's going to turn that water into polluted water, which we then sieve back into clean water and just feed it back in an infinite loop. Power-wise, we're going to put in our coal generators down here, 2 of them. And then we're going to leave a 3-tile gap between them. 2 tiles is for a battery, and 1 tile is going to be for a storage bin. That storage bin is what's going to be providing all of the coal to both of them. And then we're going to need to hook them all up with power wires, though maybe not just yet. You know what? There's fine and there's fine. If we start putting power wires in those, they're probably going to start requesting coal. We don't want them requesting coal any moment now. Copper ore. How much do we need for this again? It's 200 kgs of refined metal for a smart battery. This produces, well, this is 50% mass loss, so we're going to need at least 4, then some for the smart wires. Give us 7. Actually, let's make it 8. I'm a bit of a spendthrift today, what can I say? Well, that all gets built. Let's just stick in some automation wires right now. Yeah, we got enough to start them up. Perfect. Automation wire between you two, and plumbing-wise. I'm going to mess this up, but I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, so this is going to be the output, so it's going to output the polluted water. The polluted water is going to go in there and get turned into clean water. The clean water is going to come down here and go right back into that intake. Right? Probably. If I've messed it up, I'm sure I'll figure it out soon enough. Then what we're going to have to do is get a little bit more plumbing going on. We need to get some clean water into the system. O to rotate? Since when is O rotate? Or, I haven't been playing for a while, I suppose. You go there, and we'll grab a liquid pipe. And bring that up to about there. We're going to want to pump some water out of there and get it into the system. Like 10 kg should be enough to get us started at the very least. Okay, and power-wise, how's our smart battery looking? Smart battery is good to go. Excellent. Yes, we stick the smart battery there, finish off the last of the wires. Right, there we go. And we're almost ready to get this started. Actually, is the plumbing already finished? Okay, let's see here. You. That means that pump should immediately come on. We actually have power going to that already. It's going to start pumping water out there. And we do have this new disconnect tool, which I think is pliers. So if we snip that, we're going to get a 10 kg pack of water. You know what? Let's make it 2. We are going to be really spendthrifty here. That's perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, no. We definitely... 21. Okay, you know what? You can have 21 kgs of water into the system. Done, done, done. Okay then. Anyone want to finish that smart battery? Once the smart battery is finished, we can set up the details on that and we should be sorted. Why aren't you running? What are you missing? You don't have any water? You are awaiting delivery of filtration medium, and I should have left an extra space. Damn it, that was sloppy. We need to have sand near this. I should probably move this all to the right, but you know what? We'll just, we'll put it over this side when the time comes. Someone want to get some sand in there? Let's priority 6 that sucker. And oh, colony achievements. But we're using a mod. Okay, outdoor renovations in bed and bath. You have at least one toilet in the colony. Automated building using sensors, and outdoor renovations construct a building outside your initial starting biome. Done, done, and all done. Okay, who's our next duplicant up? Any narcoleptics? No. Ooh, anemics. They're terrible. I hate anemics. No. Let's stick with narcoleptics for now. Though we may not take one. I might just take that brine because I think we might have enough duplicants, unless this one turns out to be good. A narcoleptic early bird. That's oh wow. That's a lot of machinery skill. I think I'm going to take them. It's a semi-bad idea, but please welcome Skinny Speaks to the team. Okay, Skinny Speaks, that was actually a much easier name than the last one, but they're an early bird, they're really good at machinery. In fact, the only thing they're good at is machinery, which makes this much simpler. We're going to make Skinny Speaks straight into our mechatronics engineer. We're going to downgrade Ratey out of that. Namely, I want to specialize them more in decorating for now, but that frees up a few points for things we can do. You can go straight into skills here, and Ratey, since they're now... Oh, actually, 1 second. Since Ratey is no longer prioritizing building and digging, in fact, we're going to take them out of that, because Skinny's taking over from that. Ratey can get put into improved carry. See, the reason we want to put them into improved carry, that improves their carry capacity, and that really helps, especially this early on. An extra 400 kilos carry capacity is just massive. So they're going to be doing decorating, or they're going to be doing art and at least supplying for a while. Later on, we can cross-skill them into mechatronics engineering, but Skinny here is going to get full-on pushed into mechatronics engineering. In fact, we're going to give them 1 point in improved carry right now. That makes sure that they can carry stuff. They don't need the improved tinkering. Until we get both improved carries knocked out, they can't even get mechatronics engineer, and we need to get them to mechatronics engineer so that we can reduce the conveyor rails. Yeah, we need those conveyor rails for some of the later automation stuff. Anyway, that means we can at least assign out those points. And Jek over here, they're going to be getting into grilling quite shortly. Once that first crop of mealwood comes in, we're going to need a grill. This actually all kind of works. Now, where is our filtration medium? Does someone want to get on that? Anyone? It's on a level 6. Oh, wait, never mind. They're taking naps. Fine, but once that's done, we're going to have to go up here and maybe take care of this. In fact, that water, 51C. We might be able to mix that with our current water tank, assuming we combined a lot of them. There might actually... Yeah, there's enough temperature to absorb that hit. I may have let another few blobs of water leak in here, and I think... Yep, it's working consistently. It's going to scrub out all the carbon dioxide, and any of the carbon dioxide produced by the coal generators down here will also get scrubbed out. Perfect. Self-contained, sealed up, done. Fuel request threshold is going to be... Actually, we're going to make that 90%. Actually, no, 50's fine. I'm going to leave it at 50. It just means that when they start to get low on power, they'll actually... Or when the battery threshold gets low enough to last for... Actually... Yeah, we'll leave it where it is. We'll leave it where it is for now. At the same time, I have set the battery threshold here to 5%. We want to drain these batteries. I I'd rather not waste all that power sitting there. I don't want to leave them there for too long because they will overheat the area, but they need to be drained first before I'm going to destroy the lot of them. We're going to get rid of that coal generator up there. We don't need it anymore. There's plenty of carbon dioxide in our food storage pit, so that's sorted. And I think we'll put in a quick water pump down here. The pump's job will be to clear that area out and dump it into our main water tank. We're going to leave that there for now because the supercomputer actually needs water, and this close by supply really helps. That water tank will move over in a little bit later, and that one. Got a little bit of time to spare. This will pump the water out of here and into that section. It's going to be pretty slow. We could do it probably faster if we put in a whole bunch of these pitcher pumps and then used pitcher drop-offs to get our dupes to do it. That takes a lot of labor. I'd prefer our dupes to be doing stuff that's more productive. This is a long-term project. We can let the coal pay for it. We've got enough power to spare. Then we got to see what our next priorities are. And normally I'd say what our next priority are is to get up a self-powered oxygen maker. We can turn water into oxygen far easier. Well, we've got a larger supply of water than we do algae, and there's even more polluted water over here. Like, we have a lot of water we could be turning into oxygen. And that's probably our next bottleneck is going to be oxygen because the algae will run out sooner rather than later. It's one of those, it's the high pressure one. But I'm thinking first up we're going to do ranching. We are going to get animal control and get our hands on incubators. This also gets us fridges, which we're going to need to preserve that mealwood food, and it gets us the grooming stations and all that. And this is all in one click. We get all of those three. Once they're done, we can start on the ranches. They take a long time to spin up. Like, you're looking at 20, 30 cycles before you start getting any return out of them. So I'd like to get those researched now. We can clear out a bit of space for them here, and then we can move on to the oxygen production. We do have enough algae to tide us over, so it's not like it's a desperate need. Oh, one thing. This is one of the few times I'm going to replace these tiles here. We're going to replace these tiles right now, namely because I don't want the carbon dioxide leaking out. In fact, it's just, if we replace those tiles later, some of the CO2 will leak out and it will cause problems with food going off, and no, I just want to avoid that. So let's make sure we get this done real quick, and then it will be right on to putting together a few ranches, or at least getting the start of a ranch up and running so that we have somewhere to put the eggs and the hatches. Perfect. We did lose maybe a tiny little bit of CO2, but, you know, nobody's perfect. Food-wise, give us an electric grill right there. Oh, man. Now I remember, I remember designing this early out, 3 years ago. I designed this. Just this whole system of toilets are going to be down here, cooking area up here, ration boxes, all that stuff. And it just works out so nicely because you rip out the power generator, the electric grill goes right in its place, the power wires are already set up in place. I knew what I was doing back then. Don't know so much anymore, but back then I definitely put in many, many hours into trying to figure all that stuff out. I mean, it pays out technically in the long run. All right, what was the next plan? Oh, yes, ranching areas. I'm thinking here we've got plenty of space to work with, so yeah, let's rip some area out. That should keep them busy for a little bit. And in the background, all of this water will slowly get drained out of here. 1,000 kilos per tile, does 10 kilos per second. I don't know, it'll take a while. Not too worried just yet. Oh, should we put in bathrooms? No, I think I'd like to get the ranches started before even the bathrooms go in. Between the ranches going in and researching all the necessary tech for the oxygen production, we can put in the bathrooms up there. We'll be able to run up the piping and all that. And by then, hopefully, this will be finished. No, go to the bathroom and get your meals in, you muppet. Yeah, I'm not even going to move them. I'm going to let them figure it out themselves. Yeah, the base is actually starting to look like it knows what it's doing, kind of. Wait a minute, I didn't change the schedules for the last dupe, did I? Skinny, I need you to move down here, buddy. Yeah, we'll put Skinny Speaks there. They'll be fine. Well, we're already up to 6 duplicates. I definitely hire way too fast, don't I? One great thing about all of this is we are finding more and more muckroot as we go along, which is going to keep everyone from starving to death from my lack of planning ahead on the food front. It's okay, it's been a while since I played. I'm definitely a little bit sloppier. I know that much. I'm glad we didn't do a challenge run. I think I would have messed this up a little bit. Oh, how hot is that area? Yeah, we're going to want to start researching insulated tiles as well, aren't we? Yeah, I think we'll get insulated tiles next, then we'll do oxygen. We're almost done on the ranching front anyway. Our first crop of delicious-looking meal lice has come in. Ugh. Okay. We should probably assign out a chef. We don't really need it, though. You can make pickled meal. I should probably cover the other choice. You can put down a microbe musher, combine that with meal lice and water to make to expand the calorific amount you get out of it. Problem is the amount of water it costs and the amount of time it takes to make is just ridiculous. You're better off just planting more mealwood. The mealwood costs you dirt, mealwood lice loaf or lice loaf that you can make out of it costs you dirt and water and an awful lot of time, and only for a minor calorie gain. You'd be better off taking that water and feeding to bristle blossoms or something like that. It's far better to just eat this stuff raw or turn it into pickle meal, which preserves it longer, but unfortunately doesn't give you any more calories. It just is a nicer way to control the food. Oh, and we need to put in a refrigeration unit over here. And I also need to just click on all these things so the exclamation marks go away and they stop burning my eyeballs. Perfect! Okay, we need one person to man the grill. Now, unless the next... Actually, we'll wait until the next printing pod activation happens. These things won't go off for a few days anyway. And we'll make sure everything goes in the fridge. That'll keep them nice and done. If the next person out of the pod happens to be a good cook, great. If not, we'll sort something else out. And I've turned off these coal generators for now because I've been trying to drain these batteries, which are just about done. Okay, all those batteries are drained. We can deconstruct them, get rid of a lot of them, and all go. Down here, we've turned back on the coal generators, and we can adjust the power on this. We're going to keep that somewhere around, I think, 95%, 30%. That means it should drop, once the battery hits 30%, the coal generators will turn on, and they'll keep pumping until we're at 95% battery power on, well, on the grid, which is literally only this battery now. However, we need to also pay attention to the fuel request threshold on these things. Basically, the way this works is these things will only request coal when the battery falls below 85%. So we need to make sure there's enough time between this thing falling down low enough. Actually, let's make that 15% maybe. So the battery goes down to 15%, and when it's down low, these things are going to start requesting fuel. We need to make sure the duplicants get there, drop off the fuel, before the battery goes back up above 95%, because it goes back up above 95%, automation will turn it off, duplicants will drop all their coal, and the coal generators are not getting anything. It causes brownouts and stuff. It's an annoyance, but I think that's about the right method. Okay, with all of that done, I think we can start squeezing in some of the things we've been planning on. No, we still have not actually finished the incubators. In that case, we're going to keep digging. Actually, I might want to let them grab all that muckroot that's around the place. Yeah. Grab the muckroot, everyone, and we're also smashing up a bunch of copper to turn into incubators. It's a little bit metal intensive, but we'll be fine. I just realized no one was harvesting the crops, so couple of changes here. We've got Boydra, our researcher, and Jacques, our dog's body, going around prioritizing the farming as high as possible. This should also get us a few seeds. Not very many, though, because, well, their farming is absolutely terrible. But this is dropping us off some calories, which we desperately need. How many seeds do we get out of that? 0 so far. That's, great. It's absolutely wonderful. Oh, meal lice has gone into the refrigerator over here. And the way this works is, when it's cooling the contents, draws 120 watts. But once it gets them down to, I think it's like 5C. And what's your refrigerated sterile atmosphere? How long are you going to last? Decay rate has been reduced. Yes, temperatures above 4C spoil more quickly. So this thing should be fine, should last for a fair while, and it's in carbon dioxide, which is a sterile atmosphere, which means most of the stuff in here should last for a nice long time. Minus 3% a cycle, so yeah, pretty much, not indefinitely, but long enough that we shouldn't have to care about it, especially at this early stage and how quickly we go through food. Okay, with all of that done, I think we've taken... Yeah, we've grabbed all the muckroot from here. Let's see about getting this water out of here. I might actually use the pitcher pump method. It might be the only way to do this fast enough. That, we're going to need to make a couple of changes to this water tank and maybe expand it out a little bit. While everyone's busy taking a nap, we've got a printing pod activation. Ooh, muckroot would not be bad. Do we have... let's roll it until we get a narcoleptic. Nope. Hey, about time. So, we've got rocketry piloting and suit wearing. You know what? I think we're good. We don't need a rocket pilot anytime soon. Care package will just take. Okay. We're busy smashing up rocks, we're busy expanding this out, and we're busy researching incubators. That will be our water tank. I mean, we're probably going to expand it on later as well. We've stuck in a few bottle emptiers here, and we've stuck in a pitcher pump over here, namely because I don't want to run 2 of these liquid pumps at the same time. Our power network's okay, but we currently have a load of 680 watts, and it can potentially go up to 1920 with all of the stuff we have on it. We're not going to be running everything at the same time, but I prefer not to risk an overload, so 1 water pump at a time is usually sufficient. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set this to liquid, we're going to set it to water, we're going to say enable auto-bottling. Enable auto-bottling means they can use these pitcher pumps. We are going to disable that one, though. We don't want them draining the water out of there. This means we can't really use that for science. It's okay. We've got a pitcher pump over here. We control... What are you doing? Perfect. Well, you got around to disabling it eventually. It's grand. So now they're going to take the water out of here and pull it over there. However, the duplicates are pretty weak. They can't carry much right now, which means this is going to take a while. That's why I prefer to use the water pump method. Anyway, over here, we have ourselves our first hatch setup about to kick in. We finished the research. All done. Next up, we're grabbing the electrolyzer. There's a few other things we're going to need on top of that to make a self-powered oxygen maker. I'm not sure which way we're going to go on that one, to be honest. There's some new designs that have come out since last I played, or around the last time I was playing they were out. We might play around with those. But for now, we'll put in 3 incubators so we can start moving the eggs about the place, and we'll put in 1 quick ranch so we can start getting some of those hatches out of those annoying locations they're in, where they'll probably end up drowning or causing us problems if we don't move them soon. Right, does that make a ranch? Stables. Perfect. 96 tiles. That's the maximum size you can have. That means it'll support up to 8 of them. I always put in 2 critter feeders. People always wonder why, and I'm like, well, it's 140 kilos to feed one hatch. If you don't get around to stocking these up, it can happen that you'll just run out of food and won't have them filled up because you haven't got your priorities set straight or anything like that. Putting in 2 cost me 1 extra tile and a little bit more space. I'm kind of fine with that, just to have that little extra layer of safety. So it's basically paranoia. Paranoia that I'll run out of food and the hatches will start starving and I'll lose a little bit of productivity. And unlike Grumpy Bear over there. How you doing, buddy? Doing good? There you go. Hope you had a nice nap. We will incubate the stone hatchling eggs in here. We'll incubate the regular hatchling eggs in there. Oh, we should probably put some resources in here. Thinking sandstone is going to be the way to go. We don't have access to any sedimentary rock just yet. Most of the sedimentary rock is stored over here and we haven't broken into the slime biome. 1 minute. We've decided to go with sandstone, sedimentary rock only in both of those. Same with the storage bin right there. They'll fill that pretty quick, but now we need to get our hands on some of these hatches. Where are you? Oh, there's one. Should be another one. Oh, I think I drowned one. There was definitely 2 over here at one point, and now there is only 1. Oops. There's got to be some more around here. Seriously? How did I drown so many? There was definitely some around here. There's 2 more. Ah, excellent. I think we're almost going to have a full ranch. Perfect. Then we can start maybe turning the eggs into omelets. Or we could turn them into meat. I'm not sure. We'll find out a bit. Of course, I'm forgetting all of the really important stuff we need to do, like maybe capping off this giant source of heat that's going to cook our entire base if we're not careful. So, we're going to dig up here real quick, and then we're going to dig across here, and then we're going to wall this sucker in. And right now, we are researching insulated tiles so that we can use insulated tiles to seal that in. We're going to put in a few insulated tiles there all around the top. It's going to be a little bit awkward. We're going to be dealing with hydrogen and a few nasty gases, and people are going to get burnt eyes and things like that, but everyone's stress is not terrible. Not great, not terrible. We did have them swimming around in a bit of a water tank, and they didn't like that. Alright, we'll get our builder diggers up here, and we'll hopefully get through this really quick. Alright, Grumpy. How'd you trap yourself? Come on. No. Narcoleptic neck. You know what? Just go for it. Just go for it. I'm not even going to complain. The first thing you did when you got free is like, oh, I'm free. Great. I think I'll just take a quick nap then. It's cool. Would you stop heating up the area? Damn it. Just go dormant or something. Okay, no. So long as we can get this capped off, we should be able to take that water and combine it with the cool stuff we already have. And we've got a printing pod activation. Wonderful. You know what? I think we're short enough on... We're short enough in food already that I'm not willing to risk it. Brine? No, thank you. Sandstone? We'll take the brine. We don't care. Okay, someone get up here and start digging in. Have we got the... Oh, soon we'll have the research done. But once we're in here, we're sealing this sucker off and not worrying about it. Okay, sealed off. This should mean none of the water steam can get out of here. Means this is now separated from that, though I would like to maybe insulate it in just a little bit. I don't know how much steam is going to come out of that. Or it probably will stop, like 5 seconds after I seal it up, it'll go dormant, just because Randy likes to do that to me. Come on! Oh, just a little bit more, Sparks. Sorry, skinny. Like, once that tile goes in, that whole thing is insulated, and we don't have to worry about any of the heat in there escaping out again. So far, though, it has caused a little bit of discomfort, but we should be able to manage it. Plus, there's an ice biome up here. All this exploration is... Ooh, and there's another... Something's there as well. We can put doors or bricks around this thing and realize, yeah, that's one of the taller ones. Doesn't matter, but yeah, that's probably, say, a steam vent, a hydrogen vent, something along those lines. You can tell because it's only 4 tiles wide there, or maybe that's just my imagination playing silly buggers. Anyway, done, finished. Next up, oxygen time. Right, we'll leave you there. Don't go dormant now because that would just make that would just annoy me if you went dormant right now after we went to all that effort. I'm gonna check to see here what. Oh, there's a vent over there. This is a geoactive place. We're gonna have a lot of fun stuff to play with when we get through this. Next up, though, I do want to get my hands on some sedimentary rock. We want to feed that so that we can make stone hatches, so that we can get a few more ranches up and running. Our food is. I don't like our food situation. In fact, I am not hiring anyone else. We're already up to 6 until we get some more food in. In fact, I may start planting bristle blossoms. We've only got 3 seeds, but I'm thinking we need the food. Oh, finished. And unfortunately, so am I. Oh, I keep forgetting how many little details there are in this game. It's kind of crazy. I mean, once you've got past the early game and into the late game and you remember, oh, there's so many crazy mechanics. But even just the little mechanics of realizing how all of these things work, I'd forgotten how much time and effort you went into doing it. What a difference a year makes. Alright, I think next up, though, it'll be, grabbing some sedimentary rock and putting down an oxygen production facility. Now, there is this submerged electrolyzer that we could do that was starting to become popular about a year ago. I don't know that sort of requires overpressurized electrolyzers, and I normally stayed away from overpressurized stuff or stuff that I felt a little exploity. But we're doing a casual playthrough, so I suppose we can be casual about some of the rules. Also, as a sort of a late game thing, maybe go with a completely automated colonies where all the duplicants don't do anything. We literally have to automate everything so there's not a single thing done by anyone, which could be tricky, because if you want to do metal refinement, you actually need duplicants to take part in it, and hugging eggs, that kind of stuff. But I think it might be possible. I'll have to do a bunch of checking, but we might be able to make it so that we have a completely self-sufficient colony that is totally automated and the dupes do nothing. That might be a good endgame goal, but that will be for the long-term plans. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.